Evening, guys, and welcome back to SRA. V8 Supercars, run by Mr. Mike McGee, is with me in the studio here. Mike, help me out here. Name of the track, cause I can't remember it.
I pronounce it Pukahoa. That's about the best as I can get it.
For me, it's a bumpy, short little car track in a V8 Monster, and
Very entertaining.
A lot of entertainment, a lot of slides, a lot of smoke, a lot of fun actually. Well, looking at the grid as they line up, I'm going to go over. As we see the car standing there in pole, currently unbeatable in the series, is Dani van Rooyen. What should be interesting is to see Wilder Dippenaar is going to join him on a couple occasions as teammate, just to try and pull the grid with load shedding going on, especially on weekends in South Africa.
And boost Donnie's team points.
Yeah, a bit. Because Donnie at this stage we know is unbeatable. He's just got this car perfectly hooked up. And he is the man to catch. Second place, Blake Creer. Obviously, since he's been getting tips and setups from Donnie, he's gone very, very quick. Third place, we have got Melvin Gous in the V-Power Mustang. Fourth place, Ryan Payne, another Mustang. Fifth place, Craig Wesley in another Mustang. Sixth place, Jason Nell in another Mustang. So it's a clean sweep for the Mustangs on this track.
Yeah.
First one coming in is Peter Grobler, and you teamed up with him in the two Holdens, which is...
Correct.
They did struggle on this track, if I'm correct.
Yes, but I think everybody, all the cars struggled. You know, it's just one of those things that, and you'll see, I think later on in the race, you'll actually see the Holden is still fine. It's just, I think the turning of the Fords is better.
Oh, I made a bit of a hiccup there. So, yeah.
It's fine. We can start there.
What we've got to do is, as the cars line up, we're a bit pushed for time with load shedding kicking in pretty soon. So, we're going to get off to the start.
It's a quick 5 lap anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, this one is going to be a short one. So, we can hear them revving up. Dani's going to try and get into the lead. Obviously, I don't think he's going to get a lot of competition from Blake, although Blake wants to win. He might not back off at all. The point's very close in this series, to be honest.
Again, the drop round's going to play
a role, yeah.
Oh.
We're going to the right-hander, and then it's a very, very tight chicane there. Craig Wesley, and a contact between Melvin Gous and Craig Wesley right at the start.
The curb hop there.
Yeah, curved hop into each other. Craig being I think he's the oldest member now, and being a gentleman, waiting up there at the back. And off they go. So not a lot of cars, so it wasn't that much of an issue because you still get points in this race, I believe.
Yes. There's points all the way down to 24th.
Well, Blake has actually made that move, so Blake is currently in lead, followed by Dani van Rooyen and then Ryan Pay.
Now, Ryan Pay surprised me this race, eh?
Say again?
Ryan surprised me. He's pretty quick.
Yeah, he is, but he comes from the drifting world, so also teaming up with Cohen Sassman, who couldn't make the race. And we've seen them in rear-wheel drive cars. They tend to do them pretty good. So Donnie's going to go out fourth. He's not going to back off. He's going to go for the win. He does on the inside. As they go into turn one, then you've got this very tricky chicane. And if you hop it just wrong, you just lose a lot of time. But if you hop it right, you get a lot of time.
Donnie was actually telling me that that's exactly what he was trying to teach himself, not to hit the curve.
Yeah, if you look at myself...
It looks spectacular though.
I went straight over the curves and it worked for me. Peter Grobler, well, he is chasing down Jason Nell at this stage. Like a little battle going on there. Truck assist Holden.
Jason Nell using his new set of pedals for this race.
Oh, they were pedals that come from you.
Yeah.
Very interesting. That's why it was so bloody quick. I must say, guys, for those interested in pedals, I use a set of Michael Gear pedals and they are awesome. So probably the Holden not happy, so he's actually doing a pretty good job. Oh, running wide there. That is a very tricky corner because the car starts to understeer there and then it oversteers and understeers, and You've got to get it
Yeah,
so perfect.
there's a specific line there that I found, and if you don't hit that line, then you run out of track very quickly.
And there you see, you always also tend to run the curves really hard through there. It does look awesome though.
Ah, spectacular.
We're gonna go back to the front. We see, oh, and Don has just killed Blake. Not sure what happened there. But
I think
so Blake must have lost some time because Ryan moved.
He must have
second.
made a mistake. Correct.
Yeah.
He must have made a mistake, which is not difficult to do with these cars.
Oh, these cars and the track combo, as I said, it's a V8 on a car track. For me, it was really, really tricky. And the tires, oh man. And you see then Jason now, so Robbie's up into 5th place. You see Jaco Wiese there in 6th place, 7th place. I think that was JD Ellis, or is it his teammate? I'm not sure, but we'll look at it in a bit. So Blake is not giving up. Don is slowly pulling away as he does in the series, and Blake is trying to battle for 2nd place. Ryan in nothing play. Yeah, you see, you lose it so quick, and he loses his position. Instead of gaining one, he loses one to his teammate Jason L. Now he's under attack from Frobis.
Corobis likes these cars, eh?
He loves them. I do believe the one that loves them the most is Donnie. He would actually divorce his wife for a car like
Donnie, no, he would definitely. But I have a love hate with these cars. So.
Oh, we can.
There's some circuits I do well, and just some I just can't get my head around getting the car. To give you an example, like Bathurst is my nemesis. I can't drive that circuit.
We've got this 4-car battle, and then towards the back we've got another 5-car battle there. I just want to see who's leading this little battle. That's the back of the pack with Frobis battling in 5th place, and they're all challenging for 6th place. So it's 4 cars, sorry, 2nd place, 4 cars challenging for 2nd place. Craig Wesley at the back there, ahead of him, I think it's Melvin's Foes. Yeah, so they're coming from the back of the field.
Craig also loves these cars.
He loves these cars. I mean, that's at this stage, if he can run these, he will run them. So Jaco Wiese is right behind. Who's running the 2nd car? I'm just trying to get my head around it. So Michael Russ at this stage, he's actually got bronchitis or what you call in English. And he's
bronchitis.
Yeah, he's leading this little battle in the number 44 car. Followed there by, is that Jason Miller dropped back? No, that's another of the 30 cars.
So the 2 teammates are together.
The teammates are running together, so that Jason L, will he allow Blake to pass, or is he going to give him a hard time? No, he gives him a hard time. Now they've got to be careful because Frobis going to be right up the end. Frobis again, he runs right through that corner. So the Holden really struggling through there.
Now I think if you get the first right hander not right, then it pushes the nose out.
So that's the end of it. This has determined the grid for this.
A very quick 5. Given the distance of the circuit, a very quick 5 lapper.
See Blake sliding the car there and hitting the wall. Blakey. So we can cross over. We're going to try to get in this one quick. You've got load shedding in 20 minutes, and
yeah.
We'll try to get this one.
Well, I will not make it to the end because obviously the 30-minute race is 30 minutes, and I've got about 10 left.
Well, this should be interesting with the pit stop. So I'm going to hop out quick. We're going to pause this one. We'll be right back, guys. Welcome back, guys. And second race, 30 minutes plus a compulsory pit stop. Interesting stuff that happens here. Mike, the tires on these cars, you worked it out perfectly. They last about, what, 15 minutes? And
15, yeah. Just on the 15-minute, they tend to run out.
And then they go very, very quick.
You don't have the stream?
Yeah, sorry for that. My mistake. As we cross over to the race screen.
That would have been something new, eh? A live blank.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Commentary.
That would be awesome. So guys, anyways, A lot of battles going on here through this race. We're going to let them start off, and it's a 30 minutes race, so it's about, if I count quickly,
It's almost like a race one grid for race 2.
yeah, they started the positions, they finished in race 1. So we have Donnie van Rooyen on pole. Next to him we have Ryan Pay, followed by Jason Nell, Blake Creer, Pieter Grobler, Michael Rust, JD Ellis, Dolph Hoog, his teammate. Then we've got you, Mike McGeer, Craig Wesley, and Jacovisa. Melvin Goes, I think, starting right at the back after he's off in the first race. But it's a long race, anything can happen, and in these things it always does.
I think the half an hour race formula is just really, it's just right. Anything longer,
Yeah, it's
really
not
short
going to work out.
is.
So as they pull off, we're going to go to the lead immediately and follow Donnie van Rooyen, who gets a good pull away, but Ryan Pay has got a massive pull away out of there, and he's right up into first place. Oh, and he locks it up, he runs wide, so does Donnie.
I think Donnie just got sucked in there.
Oh, Donnie takes the lead. Second place in Ryan Pay, and then it's the two cars of Jason Nell and Blake Creer. We'll figure out somewhere along the line who they are, or who's who. And Jacovisa up into 5th place. He's had a good start. Donnie then opposite car. Ryan Pay really is quite quick in this. We'll see now what he can do in the long run. This is going to be new to me as I haven't watched the replay.
I think that's Jason.
That was Jason locking up big time, and he went really, really widely. That actually happened in front of me. So yeah, Melvin Goes having a good start. And up into 4th place from about last, I believe. Behind him, I think that's the car of JD Ellis running wide there. Oh, Pieter Grobler, there was some contact at the back, not sure what happened there. But we see cars all over the place. Grobler being one of the victims there, sadly. Regaining, losing a lot of positions. I think it was as high as 5th place, and we missed that one.
It's him in the other boost car.
That's a trick with these cars, and especially on this track, it's so tricky to pass.
Again, also these cars, if the cars, if they touch one another, they tend to, you can't rub one another with these cars, unfortunately.
Not at all.
You have to respect the space.
With it being a 30-minute race, they do tend to. The first 15 minutes just get settled in, and then the pits off fast, and then it gets interesting.
I think it also scares the fact is that we've got the damage. If you hit a competitor, you get ballast for 2 laps.
So Jason Elden in the pit already, so yeah, not a good one for him. He's pulling into the pit now, so he's doing his pit stop very early. I think he got some damages and he decided to pit early, fill up the car, maybe change tires and get back to it.
I don't know if he made the 5-minute pit window.
Oh, that's the other thing. So Blake Creer then running in 3rd place. He is followed in 4th. No,
so if you don't make the pit window, then he's going to come out. He's going to go back in again later.
So we've got Donnie van Rooyen, Ryan Pay, Blake Creer, Melvin Goes. I'm trying to see he's in 5th place. If the camera would just allow us, it's so tricky with our standings here. I'm hopping around a bit to see who's in 5th place. So then we've got Dolph Hoog from Dynamic Racing. He's teamed up with his co-runner of Dynamic Racing, Jerry Allison. They're also quite quick always in these cars, but bad luck do tend to ride them a lot. Jacovisa is running right behind Dolph. Also struggling a bit on this track.
I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. That what I did find with the 30-minute race is that the fueling, I fuel the car up full and I just do the 1 liter.
Oh, okay, that works. But the tire changes, yeah, I don't know.
I still do a tire change, but I'm just saying, I mean, obviously it's compulsory, but I don't seem to gain or lose anything having that extra fuel at the beginning.
And we've got Blake Cree who's caught up right with Ryan Pace, so let's see what happens here, guys. It does seem maybe Ryan has worn out his tires and Blake has got a better setup on tires. Well, they're only about 6 minutes in on the race, so a long way still to go. This should be interesting. Blake is very, very quick, but
Blake worked a lot hard on getting his setup right for the circuit. I mean, I think him and Donnie topped the numbers in terms of the amount of laps
a lot.
run.
As I said, as I was going to say, Blake is really, really quick, but he does tend to wear out his tires at times. But I think with Donnie helping him, he might have gone a bit more relaxed. You can see he's not the crazy Blake we know. He's actually calm, collected, not making any bold moves. We know Blake for the guy just going for the move. And he'd say, "Buck, if I want it, I'll get it." So he's waiting for this one. He's watching where he can make progress. But Ryan is actually really flying in this. I'm pretty amazed at his pace. Bit of a wide one there, so this might allow Blake to catch right up. I'm not sure he's running in fifth. I can tell you Donnie up far ahead, as you can see him. And in the battle for second place, which we're watching now, the rest of the field is pretty much spread out. Blake's car really gets the traction down, but Ryan pulls away, so I'm not sure. It's a tricky one.
First place is way down.
Way behind. I'm trying to figure out who that is.
I think it's
That is actually, yeah, Jason Nell.
Jason Nell, yes.
No, we've lost Jason. That is the other Penrite car. That's JD Ellis. That's JD Ellis.
JD Ellis.
Yeah. JD Ellis running in fifth. That his teammate is Dolfo, so he's running in 6th. Jaco Wiese in 7th. 8th place we've got Craig Wesley. And then Michael Rust really struggling with his illness, just trying to get some points at this stage. He told me afterwards he just couldn't keep up. He just felt too horrible.
Oh.
So hats off to him, just staying there and driving through. He's also in the half-hour races. Every race he's been up there within the top 6-7 cars, if I'm correct.
Yep.
And this time round, I mean, driving with an illness like that, yeah.
Especially with these cars, there's a lot of work.
It does make you tired. I mean, after every race,
concentration. The concentration on this is like a polo you can relax. Yeah, you can't. It's
the polo you just got to worry about the guys around you. You've got to worry about a lot. So Donnie van Rooyen he's just pulling away every single lap, no catching him. He's got this car so dialed in. He just loves it. Bit of a slide there. So Priya still trying to pass Ryan and goes for an inside move, will pull off. Melvin Go's been catching up with him, so battle for second place now down to up to 3 cars. I think so. We'll stick with this one for a bit. Oh, and there must have been a bit of twitchy there. Oh, and I think he spun. I think Melvin has spun it. Good recovery there.
Too much rear brake.
Plenty. But he hasn't lost out too much. Ryan now seems to be falling away from Blake, so I think Blake's setup is starting to work for him now. And this
is it Grobby's behind you? Behind the...
Yeah, Grobby's catching up slowly but surely.
There you go.
So he's also got his car now for the long distance sorted. So the 5 lapper for him is nothing. He makes his pace on the half-hour race.
Yes.
And the car looks a lot happier. A lot of curb there again. You can can see it's a bit twitchy at the back, so he's having his hands full with it, but he's moving. He's going quick.
I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah, no worries, I'll get on with this one.
Right, ciao, ciao, guys.
Cheers, Mike, thanks for joining. Have a good one in the darkness.
Pleasure.
Cheers, bud. Alright, so we'll stick to this one, see where the pit stop starts, see how it pans out. Yeah, the second place battle is still on Frobby's Peter Grobbe. As we know, Frobby slowly but surely catching. Running in 5th place. Blake Creer coming in 2nd. We see Ryan taking a lot of pain over the curve there. He's running in 3rd. Melvin Gouw's running wide on the grass, almost losing it. Pushing really hard to catch up with these guys. It's a half-hour race, we're about 12 minutes into it, so the pit stop should be starting within the next 4 to 5 minutes, and that's when it gets interesting. Yeah. Bit of a longer race, not as close to as exciting as the BTC or the touring cars, but once the pit stops come and they head towards the end, that's when they start to back up, and that's when the dices start to happen. So for now, we just got to watch the cars, and yeah, I've got Tommy Glad here in the box, but he doesn't want to talk to us. So there we see we have lost Melvin Gouw spun off. As I said earlier, these cars very, very tricky. This has allowed Peter Grobbe to move into 4th place. So well driven there by Peter Grobbe. He's into 4th place now. Having a good solid run. Seems like we have, yes, Jason Nell, who we've lost him, not sure what happened there, if he had disconnection issues, maybe load shedding, but yeah. So Blake Creer then in 2nd place. We go through the field quick. Dani van Rooyen leading by quite a margin, followed by Blake Creer in 2nd. Ryan Pay in 3rd. 4th place then Peter Grobbe. 5th place Melvin Gouw. 6th place the JD Ellis from Dynamic Racing. 7th place right behind JD Ellis, his teammate Dolph Hoog. 6th place Craig Wesley, I think the oldest member currently, active member on Sim Race Africa. He loves these cars and he drives them one hell of a shot. Had a bit of issues on Sunday and struggled quite a bit, but if he gets looked at, he is properly quick. Then we've got Jaco Wiese in the 2nd Charles V-Power Mustang. Bit of a bad race for him. So we lost a couple of cars. Michael Russ due to bronchitis, he retired. Jason Nell, not sure of connection issues. Load shedding playing havoc in his cars, and this league for one. Currently we have got about 10 cars left. So we're just going to pop through them, see where the action happened. Dani now probably about a good 10 seconds in the lead. Just staying on the track, keeping it clean, driving his lines. And waiting out for the pit stops. They should be starting now on the 15-minute mark. So the pit stops will be shortly, and we'll try and see if we can maybe join the pit stop with one of these guys in car. What we'll do is we'll go one lap with Dani van Rooyen and see the lines and the bumpiness of this track, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. So we'll go on the hood camera. What a bumpy track, tricky track. He doesn't ride the curbs at all. And then we'll go over to some of the other cars and see how they ride the curbs. Just to get the pit stops to pan out and get it back close together. This one, you get too early on the power, it really pushes you out and wants to bite you. I think the most difficult corner on this track is this last one. It's a fast right-hander, and if you get it wrong, it just sucks you into that wall. Get on the power too early, you come out like a drifter. Very awesome track to drive, a lot of fun. This is the fast first corner, right hand sweep in 5th gear. And then you've got the tight left right S-turn. Now Dani avoids the curves completely. Whereas if you go, for example, onto the Mustang, oh, Melga's going to the pit, so we'll see this one panning out. And he runs into the pit, pushing too hard into there. That was a big off there. Mistake of the maker. So we'll see him passing Dani van Rooyen, and then Blake Kruger still in 2nd place. He hasn't pitted yet. 3rd place now, Peter Grodder also hasn't pitted yet. We'll see him popping into the pit very soon, I believe. See the guys saying very cautiously now. Tyres are completely worn. They're down about, I believe, 40 or 30%. Oh, and connection issues there. It seems a lot of lag there by Robbie, so I hope he keeps it in there and doesn't disconnect. See Michael Russ there, he hasn't pitted as well. Once they've pitted, then we can start to just see where they pan out and where they go. Dani van Rooyen still on track. So Dani has pitted, of course Peter is right up behind him. This means Blake Kruger is now in the lead. So he will have to pit shortly. We'll wait for the pit stops to just pan out and then see who's running where and try and figure it all out. We have got no results in front of us. So it is a bit tricky. And with Michael being here anymore, I'm a bit lost.
Ja, Melvin, hier is ek nou. Ek kan vir jou uithelp met die reis van die reis.
So we've got Jaco Wisse joining in. He doesn't like to speak English. So for the bookies out there, welcome guys.
My English data runs out very fast.
Your airtime.
My airtime is running out very fast sometimes.
Well, Jaco, you had a good race, but you did seem to struggle a lot in the track.
Yeah, it seems like this track didn't work on my rhythm as well as with the setup.
Oh,
It's a bit of a tricky one, yeah.
We see Craig Wesley going off there, so not sure if he's split it. I'm not sure because he's sliding a bit. He qualified really good, had a bit of an off in the first lap, and then had a quite a strong race from there onwards.
Yeah, it seems like me and him lasted till the last tires can wear themselves. So we went into almost 12 minutes before the end of the race for the pits.
That eats your tires, then there's basically nothing left. So we go to Dani van Rooyen. Dani van Rooyen still in the lead. Peter Grodder is still running 2nd, so he hasn't put it either. As we go onward with Peter, trying to get his car cam here. And you can see he's really slow now. He is struggling with his tires. And he's going for another lap.
On this track, the left front tire takes quite a beating, eh?
On my side, the rear tires. And see, we saw earlier the line Dani takes through this first corner into the S's. He uses no curve at all, whereas Peter tends to use a lot of curve.
Let's quickly have a look here.
He actually doesn't ride the curves anymore. There's no grip left, so he doesn't use them. As we go to Donald Hosted in the V8 Mustang, he's on fresh tyres. He's actually pitted, I think, running in 4th or 3rd place, not sure. And this is one very tricky corner. Get the car too early, it just really pushes you out. Let's go out to JD Ellis here. JD lets him pass. You can see he uses a lot of curves through these. He literally rides the curves.
Yeah, you can see you serve it, yeah.
So going back to the track cameras, let's see JD on fresh tyres now. Melvin on a bit. Well, these tyres about 4 laps in. And JD is going to push to try and get past him. These two guys always tend to have nice battles, and their pace is quite similar, their driving style, so it should be interesting to watch for a couple of laps. Just trying to figure out who's lying where. see Jacobi's in the background there, so you've actually caught up to this, but you haven't stopped yet.
Ja, ek dink ek het net aan my pitstop net klaar gemaak, so ek het redelik opgevang. I caught up to the back of you, ja.
These cars are so amazing. When you drive them, they really tire you after each and every race.
Eventueel, as jy hierdie karre kort baie aandag en konsentrasie. Dit is 100% dan dit 1% of misjudgment and you out of it.
Yeah, and there you can see a clear one there, just on the straight line. The car pitching out of the corner, going onto the grass. And after half an hour concentrating like this, you tend to lose concentration quick.
As I've seen in the last 10 minutes, these cars drain you with all the concentration. It just completely drains you. Then you're out of focus, out of concentration and consistency, eh?
Guys, I'm using technology. I'm back.
Ah, Mr. Mike. The mic is on the mic.
Yeah, I'm using my iPad.
Nice one. Nice one.
It's a lot.
Well, we're trying to figure out after the pit stops who's placing where. We know Donnie's in the lead.
That's terrible. The pit stops are like a lottery.
Yeah, and Blake has moved back into second. I'm trying to figure out where Robbie's is now. He was really struggling towards his pit stop, and he hasn't stopped yet, so his car's all over the place. Donnie actually coming to lap him now.
Robbie's must have damage, eh?
I think he has car damage. He must have gone off somewhere and damaged the car because he's running really, really slow. He was well on pace, and you can see the car is just all over the place. So I think he's running with a 45 degrees wheel, bent suspension, and yeah, everything on that car is not right.
Physically, the car looks okay.
Other than that, it's not okay.
Yeah,
it's just coasting it to the end for sure.
Points.
Ryan Player also is having a good race. I think he finished in third or fourth, if I'm correct.
Ja, Ryan, he actually, hy was eintlik verbaas en baie vinnig vir iemand wat weer in die racing is. He was very impressive.
Yeah, coming from drifting, he should be impressed in these things because that's what they like to do. We're just going to bounce to the cars. Mike, I don't know if you can put up the results for us so we can just try and get a feeling for where the guys are currently running.
Yeah, I'll do it after my living in the dark.
Oh yeah.
It's fast.
Back in time.
Yep.
So Blake's running a solid race. He's keeping it calm. I know for a fact he's in second place. Don is well ahead. About 10 minutes of the lap left. 10 minutes of the race left. He's just got to carry it home. Blake also now just using the sliders of curb, not pushing the car. You can hear on the rest and everything, the guys are just backing off that slight bit to get to the end. And as we said earlier,
I noticed specifically the second last lap, the tires go off dramatically.
Yeah, they do. There you see the with Downey not touching any of the curbs and Melvin, for instance, just blasting over them. But he's still got JD Ellis behind him, so JD hasn't given up. JD is really pushing it, and Jakob is right behind JD. So I'm saying right behind, but in a 30 minutes race, anything can happen. And if you make one mistake, and if you hear the engine noise of the Mustang in front, something has happened.
These cars have got such a nice sound, eh?
Yeah, especially in car, it just sounds so awesome. Just trying to turn towards the back if there's anything going on. So Craig is also now there, he's catching up with Robbie's. As said, Craig gave a nice quiet race, but loving these cars and just enjoying himself thoroughly. I think if he can pick any car in any league, it would be this.
Definitely.
I think here's the big battle between
I think that's
Mike McGee and
yeah.
That's Mike
Jacob
and Golden, yeah.
Yeah, if you have a look at it, 2 laps from now, they had a big battle from the main straight to the first corner.
I think we're fighting 6th, 7th, or 8th, if I'm not mistaken.
That's it. But you'll see a spectacular 3-car dice on the main straight. I think that was one of the spectacular driving.
We'll Craig at the back of this battle. And,
Craig pulls the bullet like he cannot believe.
he tends to do that.
It seems like he had a P2P, eh?
Yeah.
He'll sit quiet and then he'll pounce. Big time. So now Jakovic and Mike McGee next to each other. And that's balls going side by side through there, that I can promise you. Oh, that's why Mr. Wesley is like, as quick as he is. And he's going for it. The old man is actually going for it. And he pulls it off. He bullied you. Well done.
No, we
That was spectacular driving.
Exactly.
That was nice driving from you guys, for sure. But yeah, as you get to the last 2 or 3 laps in these cars, it is. And we've got another battle going on between Jerry Ellis and Melvin. So Jerry is passing Melvin now. Oh, big slide. That's what we're talking about. You get too early on the power, it just wants to bite you.
Yep. I say this car, the trick is try not to get the car to kill you.
Melvin running wide there, so a lot of pressure from JD. JD just keeping it calm.
That's tires.
Tires and stupidity, I believe.
Some over eagerness.
JD just keeps it calm, keeps his head down and keeps on going. Now this is allowing Craig to catch up with Melvin. And Craig seems to be on a move. He stopped really late, as you said earlier, Jaco, so he's on fresh tires now.
Yeah, he went from the last 10 minutes, he just pulled off something that's not from around here. He had fresher tires, low fuel. He just caught up very fast from everybody.
Let's stick with this one a bit and see if JD can hang on to this. We've got 6 cars within range of each other. Closing laps of the race, I think that they've got about... There's 10 minutes left, so that would give you what, about 8 laps, I believe, Mark?
3 yes.
Very short track, very quick laps. And strangely enough, it's such an easy track, it's so difficult.
Yeah, it's deceptive, let's put it that way.
Yeah, because it gives you fast corners, slow corners. So to do setup on this track, you need to have the correct balance.
And Awelga's almost running into the wall there. That corner is horrible.
So the way this thing pans out, you're either getting a high speed corners or you're setting the car for the low speed corners.
Yeah, so you need to take the options between high speed or low speed.
And you can see that the rear of the car starting to step out, so it's getting to the stage where the tires are they're going, and it's going to become very interesting.
Of course, and Donnie's just got...
No, Donnie's run away with this one. He's all on his lonesome. He's starting to lap the whole field. Blake cleared in 2nd place, I think. Just trying to see who's ahead of him. Yeah, he's lapping Grobbies now, so... In 3rd place we have Ryan Pay, also all on his own. And then
Yeah, he had a solid race. Yeah, he had a solid race.
so here's the guys for 4th, 5th and 6th, I believe. So for 4th
It's just
place-
amazing how these cars with a lower fuel, the less fuel you have, the more you need to adjust your brake bias as well, eh?
Yeah.
Not just that, you have to be lighter on the throttle as well.
Yeah.
Makes a huge
And then
difference on it.
And then after 30 minutes with the heavy fuel, you keep your brake points, and then as soon as the fuel starts to get lighter, you still keep that early brake points, but actually you need to improve your brake points, and you're so programmed on the heavy fuel brake points that you don't consider to brake later and later with a lighter fuel.
Correct, yes.
So So Craig catching up very, very quick now. And if these guys are going to continue to battle, this will allow Mike McGee and Jacovici to catch up as well. And it can turn into a 5-car battle.
A bit of sliding there, hey?
Tires are gone. Craig actually be a gentleman driver. He'll sit there, and then when he gets the move, he'll go for it. And he'll do it very quick. And JD Ellis runs wide, so he's going to lose his position. Will Craig go from the inside? Yes, he goes for the move. No, he falls back. As I said, Craig a very, very gentleman driver. Any other driver would have gone for that move. For sure.
That calculated that one.
Yeah. You can maybe get an onboard view of Craig's car, and you can watch the battle ahead. Quite interesting.
So JD's giving Melvin a hard time too.
So we're watching out of Craig's view now. Ahead of these two cars. You just hear him feathering the throttle. Get onto it. Quite quick out of the corner.
Craig is quite fast on this track, to say it. After the first pit stop, he went really quick.
So go for a move, will he? Yes, he does.
He's ticket.
So JD's now struggling with tyres. So Craig is on the freshest tyres, and he's making the best use of it.
Yeah, see JD's tires are off.
They're off. You can't brake where Craig brakes, for sure.
I think he actually, if I'm not mistaken, he actually commented afterwards that his tires were completely finished.
Yeah. So this is allowing Mike McGee to catch up. So JD could lose another position as well. That's got to
Yo, that's a massive slide.
So this allows Craig's got to go for the move. He's not backing out of it.
Of
It's
course,
like a
Craig's
lion
very quick
going
on
back
braking.
in
The
bounds.
front tire is sliding. Everything is sliding. And that was the end of the race, actually.
Eesh.
Okay, so who won
Awesome.
that one? I'm not sure. Well, guys, there you have it. These V8s, a lot of fun. I think the 3 leagues we have running now on SRA is probably the best we've done so far, and the competition is just intense and immense.
Especially, I think
Mega,
up to
mega.
the first 15 guys, irrespective of on the grid, that's any one of those 15 cars can win it, in my opinion.
Yeah, from BTCC to the only odd one out is in the V8 is Donnie, he's nailed the
Yeah,
style,
but
and
I'm excluding the alien.
we'll exclude him. He was sent by the Ford factory.
Now there's the alien, and you get the alien's alien.
But on the BTCC and on the Polo Cup, as you said, Mike, top 15,
I think so.
it's up for anyone. It's so close, and I mean these leagues are running through till what, June?
Yep.
A lot still can happen, and we're going to try and bring all these streams to you guys. Live streaming on Fridays, so yeah, do join us every Friday. There will be 1 or 2 streams for sure. And afterwards, well, as we all know by now, the blobbies or the beer lobbies.
As well, just remember them of Saturday's oval track as well, Melvin.
Yeah, Saturday we've got the second round of the gravel ovals, which sees, I stand corrected now, 7 classes, which is from the little mini stocks, all driven by kids well under 15 years. I think the oldest one is my kid, which is 14. We've got a kid as young as 7 or 6, getting into their dad's rigs, driving their hearts out in little front-wheel drive minis. We've got the autograss minis with the superbike motors. We've got the
Late models.
V8 late models. We've got the horrible
1660s.
midget which wants to kill you. We've got the 1660s, the 2.1s. It's a whole night of family racing. Everybody is welcome to get involved. The guys swap out rigs, they jump in, dad jump in, mom
Super
even
Six.
jump in. Oh, and the Super 6 coming, as well as midgets, and there's another secret little class we're working on. So a lot of happening at SRA. Anyone on the stream, if you want the link, we'll send it to you gladly. Obviously, it's a
And that's-
recording, but it'll be on the live screen.
We can just note as well that the entry to is class based. You don't have to run all the classes.
Yeah, you can pick which class
can
you
choose.
Run.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Yeah,
I mean, you want to drive the V8s, your wife wants to drive a Mini, do it. We're open for
Melvin,
everything.
just to add to that, Dirt Rally as well. SRA attends to Dirt Rally as well.
Yeah, there's a separate, complete standalone SRA rally group. If you're more into rallying or you want to do both, guys, do join, have fun. I'm going to cut this one short. I've still got to upload these. But yeah, if you guys are around, join us in for the fun. It is, yeah, tempers do flare, but we always end up laughing and chatting and do what we do best. Have a jolt and have some fun. Thanks, Yaku. Thanks, Mike.
Right,
and,
guys.
See you all next
See
time.
you soon, yeah. All right.
Ciao.
Thank you. Bye.